Right, another Barvemba level 5 question. Supporters of two football teams go to watch a match. The number of away supporters is one-fifth the number of home supporters. 36 more away supporters arrive late. 75 home supporters leave at half time. The ratio of home supporters to away supporters is now 5-2. And we're asked how many home supporters attended the match at the start. Well, I'm going to actually show you two approaches to this, or two ways that I thought one might solve this, both of which require two bars to be drawn. So we've got home, we've got away. I might start with drawing a bar for away. Okay, so this represents the number of away supporters at the start, and if that's the away supporters, we're told that that's one-fifth the number of home supporters. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so this is the situation at the start. And I'm just thinking actually of the question. It says, how many home supporters attended the match at the start? So we might as well add that in here now. So that is the value that we are trying to discover. Okay, so what happens? Well, 36 away supporters arrive late. So we're going to be adding 36 here, and 75 home supporters leave at half time. So we're going to take 75 away from there. Okay, well, we've got these, we're dealing in ratios and we've got these 5 parts. So that normally the way we would deal with something like this is to distribute this loss across the parts. So if I divide 75 by 5, I get 15. So I'm going to take a slice of each of these 5 parts that represents 15. Okay, so this is all 15, and this represents the supporters who left. Okay, so all of these added up would equal the 75 who left. Right, so where does that take me now? Let's look at the away bar. Now, this is the original away bar, and we want to add 36 to this. And when we add 36, what happens is that the away bar, or the ratio, changes from 5-1 to 5-2. Okay, but we have to bear in mind that the new home parts, or units as it were, are smaller. They're the ones without the 15. Okay, so how are we going to think about this? Well, I thought, right, my new away bar needs to extend. Let's say I extend it up to here. Okay, because these 15 don't exist. Okay, this is, I'm extending my away bar, and also I don't have this 15 here. Okay, because it's got to match up. So I now have 2 parts here, okay, that match with these 2 home parts. Let's think about where the 36 must be, and also what's happened to this 15, because they haven't left. Okay, so this 15, if they're not represented here, which they're not here, they must be here. All right, they must be part of this extended bit, as must be the 36. So this bar has this 15 supporters plus 36, and that gives me a value for this part, and the total there is 51. And if this has a value of 51, so does every other part that equals that. So that's that. So these all have a value of 51. And I actually can now answer my question. You can see that I've got values for every part of this bar, which is where my question mark is. So if we do um, 51 times 5, we've got 5 of them, we get 255. And we then need to add back in the 75 that we lost. Okay, so 255 add 75 gives us 330. And that is our final answer. Obviously, we also could have added 51 to 15, which would have given us 66, and then multiplied that by 5. Okay, so that's the first way when I looked at this problem, how I thought about it. But let's have a look at another way where we might be trying to be a bit more consistent about distributing losses and gains. So we've got home, we've got away. Again, we're going to draw this bar for away. This is for the home supporters. Okay, and there we go. And again, we've got this, we're going to lose 15 from each. Okay. So we then have to think about when we also want to do the same. So we've got this. So this was we've got to take. We had to take 75 from here, and we've got to add 36 here. And in the end, the away supporters, there are 2 parts. Okay, so what we're going to do is divide 36 by 2, and that gives us 18. Okay, so let's think about it. So we've got so in the end, the away supporters are represented by 2 parts to every 5 home. So let's draw that in. Okay, so we've got this, and we also have to include the bit that's, we also have to modify the bar to lose the 15. Okay, so we've now got 2 parts matching 2 of the 5 parts. But we haven't, how do we account for this additional 36? Well, we've got to distribute them across these 2 bars. Now, this is where we need to think about, what did the original away bar look like? I'm going to draw that in here. So this is what the original away bar looked like. Okay. So that's all the original away supporters. Where are they? How can we see them here? Well, we can see that if we cut this in half, okay, all right, this is the original bar. We can capture that here. So there we go. That's one of the halves. That's the other one. So these are the away supporters that were there originally. I might just shade that in so that you can see. I think this is slightly harder to think about than this one, but so those are the original away supporters, which means that the additional um the additional away supporters, let's choose yet another color, must be here. So that's 18 and that's 18. Okay? And that now gives us, I hope you can see that that gives us a value for one of these half parts. Okay, so 18 plus 15. Okay, so if we add them, we get 33. All right, and that means that if this is 33, then one of these original parts must be 66, as we anticipate, because that is what we found out here, where we had 51 plus 15 was one of our original parts. So again, we are at where 66, if we multiply 66 by 5, which is, again, that's our question, we get 330. So same answer, just two different ways that you might have thought about it.